morning, folks. This is Deb Delapiana, and this is your Shut the Fuck Up Express for Wednesday morning, the 27th of October. Yeah, so anyone who's been, following our streams should not be taken by surprise by this turn of events, which may seem minor to you because, you're Americans and you're distracted by the latest shiny object. But let me just read you this quote. President Jair Bolsinaro and I have become great friends over the past few years. He fights hard for and loves the people of Brazil, just like I do for the people of the United States. Brazil is lucky to have a man such as Jair Bolsinaro working for them. He is a great president and will never let the people of his great country down. End quote. That is Donald Trump waxing poetic over the virtues of Jair Bolsonaro, a right-wing fascist dictator who is running for re-election in Brazil. He is running for re-election in Brazil in spite of the fact that the Brazilian Senate committee recommended that Bolsonaro face criminal charges over his mishandling of the COVID-19 pandemic, alleging that hundreds of thousands of people in the country have been killed unnecessarily. Now, this story, which is from, the New York Times, obtained a congressional committee report that found that Bolsonaro pushed unproven COVID-19 treatments and ignored communications with vaccine manufacturers such as Pfizer. Here we are, supposedly in the most advanced country in the world. We have a president endorsing a fascist dictator, a president of this country, the United States, which we now know clearly planned and executed the events of January 6th, where he tried to overthrow the democratic process. Whether or not you agree with Joe Biden or wanted to vote for Joe Biden or like Joe Biden is fucking material. Okay, I hate Donald Trump, okay? Nobody got in the way of Donald Trump's election being certified. All right? We have a president, we can't even hold this fucking guy accountable. He's been impeached not once but twice, okay? Not once but twice. And the second time around, they had plenty to get him with. The Republicans, the GOP, all they care about is party loyalty. They don't care about holding anyone accountable in this country. Not at all, especially if it's one of theirs. Now, we can't even hold let me just make this clear, he's a fucking former president, Trump, guilty for shit that he's done. But he could easily be held accountable for doing the same thing with the pandemic that Bolsonaro did. He promoted hydroxychloroquine. He promoted Stella Immanuel as the great doctor from Nigeria who had all the answers to COVID-19. He made light of the illness. He made light of the vaccines. He has demonized Anthony Fauci, and so has the rest of his staff. And Deborah Birx, he managed to squash her and shut her up. We know that the administration forced the CDC to alter their results and to alter their recommendations. We know all of this. This is all a matter of public knowledge. We can't even hold this guy accountable for fucking trying to overthrow the government. But in other countries, they're trying to hold their leaders accountable for mishandling the pandemic, which we now know. Deborah Birx has recently come out and said that 30 to 40% of the deaths in this country could have been avoided had this been handled properly at the beginning. We have now got 738,000 people dead in the United States. In just the United States. So please, the next time you want to extol the virtues of how the right cares about fucking freedom so much more than the left, you can shut the fuck up, okay? And anytime you want to talk about Donald Trump loving this country and loving the people, you can shut the fuck up about that too, Okay? You want to continue to swallow the right-wing bullshit pills, you go ahead and take them. But don't try to force the shit down everybody else's throat. Some of us are actually really awake here. But unfortunately, that does not include many of you on social media. I'll talk to you later.